Okay, for question 7, what you need to do is, the first thing you see question 7, correct? You have to take out your graphic calculator and please key in the function first. Okay, so you key in the function first, and so you key in using your GC. You key in your function y1 as your fx. You can write down even in your test paper. On your test paper, you write down this is your fx. Okay, then your y2 is e to the power of negative x, then x cubed. Do you see the difference of these two functions is the power of x, correct? So now, after this, you go to window. Okay, so what do you need to do? Your window, okay. Can I have some opinion? Emily, can you talk? Emily, Jongjun, yeah, yes. Okay. So what should I put as x minimum? So if you look at the graph I give you, what will you put as x minimum? Okay, you put as 0. How about x maximum? So sometimes you have to base on, 10. Thank you. So sometimes you have to base on the graph given to you. So after that, you go to zoom. Then you do a zoom fit. You select zoom fit. All right. After you select zoom fit, the graph come out. So before you transfer onto that one, so this graph will come out. They will have two graphs. Okay, one go in this way. You can see there is obviously two inflection points, and the other one goes some sort like this. Higher up, the inflection point go further. So this is your fx, and this is your gx. Yeah. So what you need to do is, before you transfer onto the graph, you have to find the coordinates of the stationary point. So get this point first. Okay. Can someone tell me what is the coordinate of point A? So these are the one that you don't show it to the examiner. You are the one supposed to do. So what is the coordinate of point A? Yeah, Weng Shen? Everyone should have the answer. Weng Shen, can I have the coordinates for point A? That is the maximum point for GX.
All right. I got point A, is it 1.34?
No, the X coordinate 3.
Oh, 3, yeah,
and
3. X coordinate is 3, Y coordinate 1.34.
Yeah, you are right. How about point B?
X coordinate is 2, Y coordinate is 0.54.
So 0.54, correct? So when you transfer onto the graph, okay, after you get all this, then you will know how to transfer it onto the graph quite accurately, correct? So these are the one that I wrote on the left-hand side. These are the preparation. Hello, are you clear? So your answer for part A, so is the graph. So you draw the graph nicely. See, we give you the mark. Here is 2, 4. Okay, then here is 0.5. So you have to do it quite accurately. Are you clear? Because you have the graphic calculator. So 1.5 here, and here is Okay, so look, for the first one, the one in blue, I'm going to write it in blue. So I will mark down the coordinates of the turning point first. Yeah. So it's 2. 2 is here. 541 is roughly here. So when you draw, there is an inflection point here, roughly. So then you go down, then the inflection point go like that. So you mark down this point. So you will get 1 mark. Then you mark the inflection point. They want the inflection point, correct? That is for part A, the next section. They say each graph has 2 non-stationary inflection points for x greater than 0. Clearly mark the 2 stationary point, inflection points for both functions. So you mark roughly. So like that, you get 2 marks for the first graph. Then after that, the second graph, you know the x coordinate for the stationary point is 3. So 3 is here. And it's 1.3 is around here. So you mark it down. Then you go roughly. All right? So you jot down the coordinate. You jot down the coordinate. So you mark the inflection point. So it's around here and around here. Somewhere here. You don't have to be very accurate. You look at where the shape changes. Where you make the shape changes, you mark down the inflection point. So you will get 4 marks for that. 2 marks for the graph, 2 marks for the. So are you clear, class? When you want to sketch the graph using the graphic calculator, you do the preparation, find the necessary point, then transfer. Are you clear? Hello? And label the function. And label the function, please. If you didn't label, they may don't want to give you mark. Are you okay? Class? Any question on graphic calculator, on graph sketching?
No, miss.
Yeah, you cannot just simply draw. So always remember stationary point or turning point is a guideline for you to know where is the position of the graph. Okay, so the next one will be, they want you to state the coordinate of the inflection points for y equal to fx. Okay, so please, for part B, when you want to find the inflection point using GC, you have to do these few things first. So this is not part the answer. So this is, I'm teaching you how to find. So what you need to do is you go to your graphic calculator, your Y1, make sure the equal sign is not highlighted. And your Y2, make sure the equal sign is not highlighted as well. Do you get me? What do I mean by highlighted? Just how this one is highlighted. Right? Do you know how to unhighlight it? So yes. Everyone know, so I assume everyone know, since you didn't ask for that one. So what you need to do is, you need to put Y3. So this is important. Y3, you want to put in Y4, wherever, it doesn't matter. So you go to the math button, you have to sketch, put in F prime X. So how to put in F prime X? You go to math button, you select and derive. Okay, so your calculator will come out like that over here. So now this is highlighted. You got it? Okay, then you call out your y1. Then you put in x equal to x. So everyone know how to do that? So this is all use GC. So the 2 marks is depend on your GC skill. So I will show you how I give the mark. Okay, so after that, everyone got that? After that, you do a zoom. Still go to zoom because your window is there already, correct? So you do a zoom. You go to zoom. You don't have to do window because window is set already. Zoom, then you select zoom fit. Okay, after you select zoom fit, your graph should go some sort like this. If I'm wrong, please tell me. Your graph will go up, pass through a point. That is 1, that is 2. Then it will go down like that, then go up in this way. Am I right? Hello? Okay,
Yep.
so now you have to find the coordinates of this turning point. I name it P and Q. Can someone give me the coordinates of P and Q? This is not your answer yet, huh? Can someone give me the coordinate of P and Q?
P is 0, x coordinate for P is 0.585, and then
585.
586, sorry,
So,
586.
So 586, huh? So this one, actually, I'm not interested. You give me or not, I'm not interested because this is F prime X. So it's okay for me not to jot it down. Okay, now, how about coordinate Q? X for coordinate Q. Ramisa, you got the coordinate? It's okay, Wenshen. Thanks. Ramisa, you got the coordinate? I just to make sure everyone is doing their work. Ramisa? Why not? I went through this very slowly, correct? You are preparing for your final. If your calculator skills still so slow, how are you going to complete the paper? I'm just telling you, I'm not saying I'm demanding. So it's you want to get a good grade, you have to work on it. Ramisa? Yeah. 3.414. Yes, thank you. So 3.414. So usually, if I want to find the inflection point for F prime Fx, I'm not interested in the F prime X here. Yeah. So after this, what should I do? Because what I'm interested in this coordinate K and this coordinate D. Correct? I'm interested in that. So after I got that, what I need to do is I need to quit from my graph. I need to put second mode. I have to quit. Yeah, so these are the steps you have to be very clear. So after that, I go to second trace. Then I call out my Y1. So on my calculator screen, there will be a Y1. So I key in 0.586. Then I put enter. Everyone, are you doing that? Okay, then I put enter. So what is the answer that come out? Marcus?
Is it alpha trace?
Sorry, alpha trace. Thank you, Wenshen. You see, when I talk, yeah, it's alpha trace. Thanks. It's alpha trace, okay? Alpha trace. Then you put enter. Okay, Marcus, what is the answer? Marcus, are you there? You got your paper, right, Marcus? You got your try exam paper, you should have the answer. Marcus? Marcus, are you there? Okay. Marcus, you can't talk. Okay. Yeah. Because there is no sign on mic. Okay. So is Marcus? You can't talk, you can't type also. Okay, Mikia, may I know what is the answer for this one? Mikia? You see, you are not active in your lesson. Mikia, can I have the answer?
0.191.
0.9. So now you write down 0.191. So you got this, you get 1. You get 1 mark. So then the other point. So you do the same for this one. Now you key in Y1. You can put second enter, then you change this number to 3.414. Okay. Can or not? You change to 3.414. Stephanie, what is the answer? When x equal to 3.414, what is fx? Mikia have given me the answer. The answer is correct. So it's 0.384. So class, to get these 2 marks, yeah, to get these 2 marks, these are the things that you need to do. You using your GC. You don't show it to the examiner. That's why for this question, correct? If you learn how to use your calculator well, you don't have to have algebraic skill. You can get 4 marks. So if each question there is algebraic skill and you know how to use it properly, there's no reason you can fail. You see or not? So don't blame on I'm not good at algebraic skill. I can't solve the things. There is enough question for you to, even your algebraic skill is not good, you still can pass the paper. Are you okay? Okay. So I purposely spend a lot of time on this is to tell you that if you want to pass the paper, you make sure you master your calculator skill. Okay. If you want to get a better grade, then you have to put in effort on other things. That one is beyond my control. Yeah. Algebraic skill, I can just show you how to do. Okay. Now, can we go to the next part? Yeah. I go, especially inflection point, please, there are 2 things that you should do, either solve algebraically or using graphic calculator. So please learn how to use graphic calculator. So part C would test you on your algebraic skill. Okay, so for part C, they give you a general formula. That is the power of x is to the power of n. So your hx will be e to the power negative x, x to the power of n. Okay, now to find h double prime x, you have to get the rate of change of hx first. Then after that, then only do the rate of change. Yeah. So what rule you need to use? You need to use product rule because it's a product of two functions. Yeah. So this is your u, this is your v. So I'm going to write down straight away h prime x v u prime plus u v prime. Am I right?
It's n minus 1 for the power.
Yes. N minus 1. Right? Okay, now I have to decide whether I need to factorize it or not. Okay, look. So if you look at your h double prime x, yeah. So for me, before I do the next step, I think I better factorize it. Do you know why? Because if not, the first term I have to use product rule, second term also I need to use product rule. So I decide to take out e to the power negative x only. Okay, so before I go for the second derivative or the rate of change, so this one will be my u and this one will be my v. Okay, so I do another step. So what you do, v, you just copy down patiently. Okay, u prime plus u v prime. So bring down the power take away 1 plus and multiply by the power take away 1. So that's all. So you see, I give you 3 marks for that. You get this right, 1 mark. Get this right, 1 mark. Okay, the next step I will do is I must minimum know that this is the common factor that I need to factorize it out. Okay, so this is a common factor. I need to factorize it out. Then after that, I write down like that. I multiply negative 1 in, so I have x to the power n minus n x to the power n minus 1 minus n x to the power n minus 1. And here is plus n minus 1 x to the power n minus 2. Okay, now, if you don't know how to factorize, what you can do is you can look at the answer. So if you write until this step, we will give you 1 mark already. So because the last step is shown by the question. So you don't have to worry that you don't know how to factorize this part. So you just write down the answer, you got full mark. Are you clear? So sometimes if you don't know how to factorize this part, you still can work. Okay, now you see, I will teach you, okay? E to the power n minus 2. So if I take up, sorry,
Is
x, yes, sorry, x is x, not e. So if I take out x to the power of -2, here is only n, correct? So it becomes x squared. Here is -1, correct? So it becomes nx. Because -1, 1 plus -2 give you -1. See or not? That is how you work. So minus nx plus n minus 1. So done. So this is show exactly what they have already. So here you can simplify this as -2nx. Are you okay? So don't see that the thing is very complex. We give you this is because we want to test you on your products rule. So as long as you can carry out the products rule, you got the mark. You don't know how to simplify, you don't worry about that first. That's why I say the basic rule you must remember. Okay, now, then the second part, they say hence. You want to show that have always two distinct. So now you say inflection point. So if I talk about inflection point, this is the first statement that you must write down. You have to say h double prime x equal to 0. So now, based on I have in part 1, there are 3 things, right? Okay, so you have to write down, especially those who want to get A+. You don't just straight away get into here, your communication. So you will say e to the power -x equal to 0. So what you will write at the bottom here, no solution. Okay, then the next one, x to the power n minus 2 equal to 0. No, x must be greater than 0. So no solution also. All right. Then the next one is x squared minus 2nx plus n minus 1 equal to 0. So for quadratic, how are we going to prove that there are 2 solutions? Can you tell me? So we find the expression for the determinant. So this is very important, please, class. So b squared minus 4ac. Your c is like that, am I right? So 4n squared minus 4n squared plus 4n. So equal to 4n. N is greater than 0. So therefore, 4n is greater than 0. Therefore, has 2 distinct roots shown. So to do this, to get the 2 marks, okay. Actually, you just do this, you get the 2 marks already. But for those who want to get A+, you better. This step is a must to write down. Stationary point, h prime x equal to 0. Inflection point, h double prime x equal to 0. So that concept is a must to write down. Are you okay? Any further question? Why? What happens, Tiffany? Okay, you can log out. Those who can't hear me well, then you have to look at the thing again. Okay. Hello, class, are you okay? So now we go to the last question. Question 10. You are very lucky. Your paper only 2 hours. Your senior.
Why we only 2 hours?
Yeah, because 2 hours, you can imagine, you try to do max 3 hours. You do all the 2019 paper, all that, you do. You sit down there 3 hours and complete it. You see how taxing is it? I tell you, your 2 hour paper, your 3 hours paper, correct? Like every past year, I will sit down there really and complete it, okay? I as a teacher. Do you know, I as a teacher, for the 3 hours paper, I need at least, if the paper is easy, I will take about 2 hours plus. If the paper is a lot of reading, correct, I will take about 2.5 hours. So my speed and your speed should be almost the same. So you can imagine how well-versed must you be to sit for the final paper. Like 2021, the April paper, correct? I just did it when you are having a try exam. I sit down there. It's a 2 hour and 10 minutes paper. Do you know, I take almost 1 hour and 45 minutes. But for me, because when I do the solution, I will write down step by step. Okay. Shall we go to question 10? Okay. Question 10 is what you have in chapter 8. All right. You talk about continuous variable. You talk about probability density function. So when you talk about probability density function, what are the things that you must have in mind? What is the criteria for probability density function? Can someone tell me? First, fx must be greater than 0 for all values of x. Am I right? Second, sum of fx, that means for whatever limit of x must be equal to 1. All right, so this is the 2 criteria. So when I solve this, then after that, you must know how to count the mean. Mean is the expected value, correct? So how to count? What is the formula? Integrate x fx. The limit you have to put by yourself, correct? Then how to count the standard deviation? Standard deviation. So you have to use square root, integrate x squared fx dx, then take away what? The mean square. Then you also must know how to find the median. Median is m. So this implies that when I integrate from any value, I don't know, maybe 0 to m fx, what should I get? I should get 0.5. All right, median is a middle, 50% more than that, 50% less than that. That is the meaning of median. What is the meaning of standard deviation? How far is spread from the mean? That is called standard deviation. So for this one, You can either solve it manually or you can use your solver. So everyone learn how to use your solver. Okay, so this is a continuous variable. So whenever I do this type of question, first of all, I will key into my GC. The probability density function. So key into GC. So everyone please do that. So you don't have to wait for people to tell you. So you have to be very initiative when you go for all these type of questions. Okay, now. So I'm going to start with question 10 part A. Okay, they say, calculate the probability that a random chosen individual spend between 0 to 10 minutes in the entry queue. So probability. So, yeah, the time taken is between 0 and 10. Right? So this is equal to integrate 0 to 10 ft dt. Okay, so you just go to your calculator. When you talk about integration, you just go to your calculator, FNINT. Okay, can I have the answer?
0.393.
0.393.
393.
Is that correct, Mikia?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sure. Okay, so it's 0. So usually I will write down, then only I make it to 0.393. Are you clear? That is my habit. So it's up to individual. Because if I round off wrongly, then at least I have the top to back me up. Okay, so for this is the part 1. So if you just give me this answer, I will give you 1 mark, 2 marks as well. But if this answer is wrong, then you will get 0 mark. But if you write this, we will give you, at least if this is wrong, we will give you 1 mark. Okay? So that is how we mark. Okay, for the part 2, so you have to draw shade in the graph, on the graph. Until 10 here, you shade this area, you get 1 mark. Are you clear? Okay, now part B. Part B, everyone should know how to do. Yeah, now they say calculate the probability that a random chosen individual spend less than 60 minutes for the entry queue. So that means less than 60 minutes. So T is greater than 0, but less than 60, same thing. So integrate 0 to 60, ft dt. So that is your Y1. You can call out straight away. So what answer do you get? Mikia? Since you just now, can I have the answer?
Right.
Can I have the answer? Definitely is 0 point something, okay? Mikia, can I have the answer? Quick, I got another class to go to.
Mine negative 1.74.
How can it be negative, Mikia? This is probability. How can it be negative? I told you already. How come you can get negative? You tell me.
Because like if you integrate 0.05 e to the power of negative.
Hello? Did you put this into your Y1?
Wait. 1.04. 1.05.
How can be 1? Probability, how can be 1? No, you are wrong. I'm telling you, you are wrong. Do you know, did you key in this into Y1? And do you know how to call this out from the graphic calculator? You see? Do you know how to key this into the graphic calculator?
Yeah.
You tell me how? Did you click from your function key?
I did not click format function key.
Definitely cannot. I told you already. Every time when you key in the function, you want to do calculation concerning the function, you have to put second mode. You have to come out from there. How can you be in the same program? That's why just now I asked you, is this the correct answer? If you don't know, you tell me you don't know, I will teach you. Do you know now what is the problem with your young people? If you don't know, you don't want to admit.
I don't know. Please tell me.
So what you need to do, you put second mode, then you go to math. Then you select, you go down, you select FNINT. Wenchen, may I know this is FNINT is which one? What number? Number 9. Yeah, number 9. You have the FNINT. I don't remember the number. I remember. So when you put in FNINT, then on your screen, this thing will come out, correct? Then you key in 0, you key in 60, then this one you key in Y1, then this one you key in DX. Then the answer will come out. You see, a lot of times you fail to do a lot of things is because it's not that people don't want to help you. People want to help you. I told you your calculator skill. Please, please, please. Don't know, please ask. You don't wait until 1st of November, then only you want to ask me. Okay, Mikia, what is the answer? .95021. So it's approximately 0.950, right? Okay, then we go to part 2. When you read part 2, you have to be very, very careful. They say, how many does the model predict spend more than 10 minutes? This is less than 60 minutes, correct? So probability of T more than 60 minutes will be equal to 1 minus 0.950, correct? Which is 0.05. So therefore, number will be 0.05 times 200. So you get 10. So 10 people will spend more than what? 60 minutes to cube. So the next one, part C, describe one limitation of using the function. Okay, now if you look at the graph of the function, because of the nature of the function, you see the waiting time. Is there a limit to the waiting time? No, am I right? So that means there isn't an ending for the waiting time. There isn't ending, it can go on. So that is the limitation. The waiting time can last for days. So this model has this limitation. So you will say the limitation for this model is there isn't an ending for the waiting time. Hello? Are you clear? Okay, now there is another model. So you key into your calculator, your Y2, that is your, this one we test you on your algebraic skill. GT is equal to B e to the power negative 0.05 t. So now they say, and the time is between 0 and 20. So there is a limit. So find the exact value of t. So this is a probability density function. So to do part D, this is definitely your algebraic skill. If I integrate from 0 to 20, b e to the power negative 0.05 t dt, what should I get? What should I get? Jared. Yeah. Jared, you should know. Wang Shen has mentioned that there is 1. Right?
Yeah.
Sum
1.
of all the probability is 1. Okay. So now you work on the integration. So if I have a number multiply, so I just put the number out here. So I integrate e. Still remember how to integrate e? So you write down the function e to the power of negative 0.05 t divided by what? Divided by what? Junjie. Junjie.
Negative 0.05, then.
Yeah, thank you. Divide by negative 0.05. Okay, so now if you want to make your things easier, what I will do is usually if I have 1 divided by negative 0.05, correct? I will use my calculator and count what is this value. Yeah, so you get 20, is it? Is it 20? Hello? Is it 20? You get 20. Yeah, you get 20. Negative 20. Okay, negative 20. So then I will rewrite this as like that. So that it's easier for me to do my calculation. Before I continue. So this is kind of a habit. Yeah. So equal to 1. So now we start to substitute. You even can take the negative 20 out if you want to. If you don't want, you just, so negative 0.05 times 20 is negative 1. Am I right? Is it?
It is negative to the power negative 0.05 t.
Sorry. Yeah. So it's negative 1, correct? So then you sub with 0. So it's e to the power of 0. So it's 1. Right? So you get 1. So your b, this is negative 20 over e plus 20. So your b is equal to 1 divided by negative 20 over e plus 20. You can leave your answer like that, because this part, the calculation is quite heavy. Or what you can do is, you can even, if you can write like that, that will be much better. So bottom times e, top times e. That's it. So this is your b. So you will get your 4 marks. So on the axis, when you sketch your graph, that is your part E. You got your graph. So I think it should be up here like that. So this will be your GX. Then after that, you talk about the time taken. So you see the blue one is more than the black. The area bounded by the curve. So you can have two color. So that will settle your part F, not D, part F. Okay, so that will be the whole thing. Are you clear? So please, class, please, for final, make sure everyone pass. For your 70%, I'm trying my best to pass you. I really trying my best to pass you. Even some of you don't deserve to pass. Okay, I know your result is very important. It's your future. Right from the very beginning, I told you already. I'm here to help you. But some of you choose not to. I cannot do anything. Are you clear? Okay, class, please. You have 1 month to work for your 30%. So please work for it. Your other subject, have you all finished everything?
2 more subject, not yet.